everyone. This is EN. And guess what? We have a special offering. This is the eNShow podcast version. And this is our first show. And I have with me my team. I'm so excited. Privi, how's it going?
I'm good, thanks.
It's the first time, right?
Yes, it is. And I'm so excited.
Tawanda and Joy.
Yes.
We're here.
Let's do this, guys.
Hashtag representing.
So let's get into it. Where our topic this week is about steps. And I mean steps everything. Stepchild, stepmom, stepdad, step everything. Now, I know that there's always been a conversation to say step relationships are very hard, but I've been challenged with that several times over the past couple of years. And I know that we all may have had different experiences with step parents or being a step parent. But yeah, let's talk about that. Now, I'm going to field out a question. What is the perception around step parent? Just what we normally would hear. Joy, tell me, what is the expectation around step parent?
There's usually that there's a bad relationship between the stepchild and the step-parent, usually. However, it's going to be, but if someone says, oh, this is my step-parent, they'll be like, there will be this expectation that probably there's something, bad energy, bad relationship around that relationship.
I think even just saying that this is my step-parent, I wonder, would you introduce a step-parent by saying, to your friends by saying, oh, this is my stepdad or this is my stepmom? Because I don't know, I feel some type of way about that.
Yeah, for me personally, I don't usually like that. If it's a parent, it's a parent. Even the term cousin, for me, it doesn't work. If it's a sister, it's a sister. For je must step is but you can that this step in the step the Maya Azuka effect comes.
What's the Maya Azuka effect? Tell me.
if you've watched my Nigerian movies, it's actually related to the word step.
Yeah, because I think if you're saying step, you're differentiating me to your real biological parent, and that in itself says
exactly.
a lot of stuff. But yes. Privi, I know that you have personal experiences about this. Tell me.
Yes, personally, I was raised by a stepmom that I've never called a stepmom. Why? Because the moment that she came into my life, she was a mom. There was no need for me to call her step because she never treated me in any kind of way that would say she's a step parent. From the word go, when I saw her, she became a mom to us. And up to this day, I am a daughter. For me, I never got to experience that step, the harsh side of step. And people also say stepfathers are better than stepmothers. Stepfathers are a bit loving than stepmothers. For me, it was a different case altogether. My stepmom, who is my mom, I don't want to address her as a stepmom. She is an amazing woman, and I always thank God for that.
But you know what? You raise a very interesting question. So, stepmoms are better than stepdads, or stepdads are better than stepmoms? Guys, I don't know. Because if it's a guy who has had a previous relationship, his wife or spouse passes on and he's left with the family, right? This is a scenario. He's left with the kids. He then remarries. I think instinctively, if it was my brother or whoever in my male family member, I would be like, imagine my that's our biggest concern. But it could also be vice versa in that this woman may come and actually truly love the kids like her, which is this experience like you're talking about, Privi. But there's a flip side, and there's the Cinderella effect, where you come on board and stepmom is nice to everyone else when you're there, but when she is with you by herself,
yeah, okay. Can I ask a question, guys? When I say this is my stepmom, not to say that I'm saying she's not my mother. I'm just saying this is my stepmom. Would you say I am saying this is not my mother? If I'm introducing you.
You're saying this is not my mother because you're saying this is my stepmother.
Is there something wrong with it?
Not something wrong, but I think, if you've got a relationship, and it's not a bad thing, but if you've got a relationship where it's like a real mother-daughter relationship. You don't need to say stepmom. I honestly believe that. And
Yes,
anyone
yes.
who's listening can also counter and give us their views. But I honestly believe that if I take you in with all my heart, there should never be a moment where you should doubt that the fact that I'm not your biological mother.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Because honestly kana vachikubata bo kana muchiwirirana azvitorana effect izvo zvakufana kutombozvona. There shouldn't be a difference.
Exactly.
Because it should be, this is my mom and this is your kid, your bio kid, and you are the step kid. There shouldn't be a difference. I think that's where people miss it, because they sort of like favor mwana wavo iwo achiti ndiye akabuda mangu mudumbu mangu. So if you are a step parent and if you are a step child, you actually need not to reference kuti zvoni mama wangu havasi baba wangu. You just need to let it flow. Be a family.
But if the relationship isn't good, Tawanda, I ain't gonna call you mama.
Yeah, because also,
I'm not gonna call you mom.
also because what happens when yes, I'm going to continue. I was asking when it was a situation where it's the child. What if I'm now the parent and the child is saying to me, "You're not my mother. Stop calling yourself my mother. You are my stepmom." How do we go about that?
No, you have to accept. As a parent, you have to accept that this child sees me in a certain way. And then you build from that. And if you're patient, and this is why anything, it really has to be about patience.
Yes.
Because from whichever way, you have to have that moyo wekuti regaini bomusiya, because anewo zvake zvaari kutarisana nazvo zviri kumuchallenge kuti azosvika pakunditi don't ever call me mom. That is loaded. That comes from somewhere.
Because on a scenario like this, let's say you come in as a step parent. These people, my mom left because they divorced. It's a different situation altogether, because the first time that I'm seeing you, I'm thinking you contributed to the divorce. It doesn't matter you come in 2 years later, but I'm thinking as a child, you are the reason why my mom is not here. And it's very, very difficult to accept you. My mom is not here because you came in and took her place. You disbanded our family. It's hard for me to love you, like, from the word go.
Like, why would I even love you?
I can't love you because I'm thinking you're the very person who made our family separate. That's why I don't have a mom. That's where my mom is, where she is.
But let's take it a step further. And this is where it gets juicy. How about inheritance? Let's throw in inheritance into this whole thing. Don't you think some of the behaviors are shaped because of inheritance? Okay, I'll give you a very good scenario. Blended families, right? I am married. I pass on. My spouse marries another woman. My spouse passes on. Who inherits the family home that I paid for, that I worked hard for with my spouse? But
Yes.
vana vangu vachiripo. This second marriage, vatobuda vana from the second marriage. The family house yasara iripo.
The
But
second marriage is legal.
the initial two people who bought this property are no longer there. Kwasara stepmother. Stepmother legally don't inherit
Exactly.
the property. Yes. So hamufungi here kuti pane something kachaitika ipapa.
Obvious, because honestly guys, because it's no longer step parents and step children. It's now step grandparents and step grandparents who are also involved in this. Iva kuti mwana uyu angakaroorwa nemwana wangu, and then uyu angakaroorwa mwana wadu. So there's literally 3 different families.
Yes,
here.
there's 3 different families who are there, who are saying, I think these conversations will need to be discussed. One, why do I pay you? But when you go into that other marriage, I know it's difficult. I don't know why it's difficult for us black families to discuss Nyatsakadai.
No one ever thinks about death in that factor, in that way.
Do we have a part 2 of this?
we may not have a part 2, but we'd like to hear what people are saying. Guys, this is the eNShow podcast version, our first episode. We're so excited to hear your thoughts about Step Everything. Guys, we'll talk to you in the next episode. Say, what do we say at eNShow?
Sending love and light your way.
See ya.
I tell you my story.